Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this set of training on BPA1 Personal, a brand new application which is going to help you run local databases and solutions. Today we're going to talk about what is BPA1 Personal, how it works, and we're going to get your first running app in about 5 minutes. So it's going to be nice and quick today. So what is BPA1 Personal? BPA1 Personal is four things. Primarily, it's a database application builder. It allows you to build tables, forms, queries, reports, automations, and a menu, and get a working desktop app on Windows and Mac OS. Um, it's local first, so there's no server to install, no subscriptions, no cloud accounts, and your data never leaves your machine. It all sits locally. It's a modern alternative to Access. Microsoft Access had legacy file formats, macros, a whole bunch of things. It's simpler, but it's a modern alternative to that. And it's built on something called SQLite, which is a real relational database used by billions of people, an open format with a friendly visual builder, but you can break it apart. And if you're a techie, you can do anything what you want with it. Now, the whole app lives in a single file. So when you're creating this, you're creating one .bpa1 file. It holds the data, the forms, the reports, the automations, and you back it up by copying it, and you share it by putting it on OneDrive. You move to a new PC by dragging a file. There's no infrastructure. It's not like a database project at work, which is server requests and IT tickets. It's cross-platform, really easy way. Build on Windows, open on a Mac, build on Mac, open in Windows. The entire app is a single portable BPA1 file. So you don't need any servers, subscriptions, cloud accounts. Once you've got BPA1 Personal, you have it for life. And the same file opens on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So it's very, very portable and works across 3 platforms. And we hope in time to have it working on the phone as well. Right. So when you load BPA1, there's a single window. Everything's going to be phrased against these 4 regions. So if you haven't already, go to the Microsoft Store and download BPA1 Personal and run it. And when you run it, you're going to see this. Now, you don't need to memorize anything. This is really simple, and we're going to talk about it in every module. But first of all, there's a top bar that allows you to create a new project, open a project, save it, save a copy, change the language, and there's a run button that turns your project into an app. Really, really easy to use. There's a navigation rail on the left. That's got the pages, the dashboard, tables, relationships, data forms, and we'll go through all of those. There's lots of options there. We'll keep it simple. At the bottom is a status bar, it's project status and messages. If you're in app mode, if you click develop, you go back from run mode to actually building your app yourself. And in the center is page, whatever you're building right now. Each module we touch on during this course will live on one of those pages. So let's do the first project. So to do your first project, really, really simple. You don't need to worry about losing work. New creates a file, a .bpa1 file. Everything lives in that. And the app quietly works in a copy of that and packs it back in automatically. And when you hit save, don't need to save for everything to work. It's going to do it automatically in the background. So it's really a different way of working. Right. The app works in temp copy and saves back, so we keep and maintain your application integrity. And from there you can build. You add tables, forms, data. Every change is yours. And when you save it, it's automatically, and also whenever you press save to be belt and braces. So we're going to build one. We're going to build an instant app. So we're going to build something called the grants demo, and we're going to take you through the process of building that app and show you just some of the things BPA1 can do. So let's have a look at our demo. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to click on the Microsoft Store. There's the Microsoft Store, and we're going to search at the top for BPA1 Personal. So let's find BPA1 Personal. Here it is. If I want to install it, I'll have an install button. I've already installed it, so I can just click open, and that tells you about what's there and the latest features. So I'm going to click open. That's going to open the application. I'm using 2 screens here, so I'll drag it across and I'll make it full screen. Now to create a new file, I create new, and I'm going to create this. I'm going to call this grants demo and hit save. That's going to create that .bpa1 file. If I go to tables, I can create sample tables, and that will automatically create the tables I need for my demo. So I've got applicants, grant rounds, and applications. Built it all for us. Just a little demo built into the product so you don't have to think about new things. So let's add some data. I'm going to add a full name. This is me. I'm an applicant. I'll add my email address. I'll add my mobile phone, and if you want to use these numbers to get hold of me and these emails, you're perfectly willing to. I'll put in my organization, I'll hit save. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a grant round. So again, add in the form. I can type in the round name. This will be round one. I'll give it a $50,000 budget. I'll open it today and I'll let it run for a month. There we go. There's a round of grant applications there. And this is just made up data I'm playing with to make things work. And now we're going to create an application. And when I click add in form, you see it's now got drop downs for the different applicants and grant rounds. So it's linking the data together to make things really simple. And we'll do this draft one and we'll submit it today, and we'll change the time to now. And I'll click OK, and I could put some notes in there. So now I've recorded some data in the system, and you see there it is looking like a spreadsheet. There's the data, and that's how it comes together. Now, one of the neat things about BPA1 is I can ask AI. So I can say something like, if all applications were approved, how much would be left? So you can ask English language against your data wherever you are in the application, and it will go off and do the right queries from the data, find the right information, and give you the answers. So it said if £45,000 would be left, and well, that's great, but I live in Australia, so I'd like to do dollars. So I'm going to say we work in dollars, and instantly it's going to understand, it's got the context, it's going to give me the answer, to just like using something like ChatGPT, but against all your data. The next thing I can do is create menus. And now these menus allow me to create what I called little applications, as I was talking about things. So now I've created these menu options and I've saved it. If I hit run, I've now got those 3 dialog boxes just popping up when I ask it things. You see there they are. So I've created a little application direct from that. Click develop, I'm back to the beginning of it. Right, let's carry on with the module. So when we go through this course, we're going to get started. That's here. We're going to talk about tables and relationships. We're going to build a CRM. We're going to talk about working with data, some queries, reports and dashboards, automations, the menu and run mode, and the AI features. We can ask our data, we can build things by describing, and we'll talk about sharing and wrap up. So really interesting. That's what you can do now. BPA1 Personal, local first database apps with no server and no subscription. Portable BPA1 file is the entire application. The window, top bar, navigation rail, page, status bar is all there, and you created a project and saw a sample app run. So